Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the humble kingdom of Dragonstone, where in the previous episode we built some more defenses because I keep having the ogres do far too much damage and, well, actually we usually deal with them, but I thought, why don't I just build a couple of towers out here? Because I didn't want to build a full wall, but I still wanted defenses, so I did that. And also the Vikings wrecked our fortress over here, and we rebuilt it again, and we've just about got back to where it was before it was wrecked, and we'll probably have Vikings attack fairly soon, because they usually like to attack about every 20-something minutes, and that's how long an episode is. I do wonder if we can get something done with this before that happens. That would be nice. So I'm thinking we just focus on building a couple of towers up in the corners here, and putting some archers on top of them, and it'll be something. It'll help. It might stop a couple of them. Probably not all of them, though. I think we might still lose the place. Also, we need to make sure that our armies are completely ready before they arrive. We have one soldier here, so make sure to recruit him. And take up position in front of the gates. You need to get back here, and we'll recruit 3 more people for you. 1, 2, 3. And apparently we've got 1 million people spare at the moment, thanks to upping our population and getting a lot of the work that we had ordered done. They're really quick at making the piers, actually. Like, so much quicker than before. I've got to assume it's because I've stopped telling them to build piers in the middle of the ocean, and now I'm doing it 1 layer at a time, so they're actually able to get the work done, poor guys. So we'll keep on with that sort of thing, then. Order a line here and a line here, and we slowly but surely extend out, and then at some point we'll extend out far enough that we'll suddenly have the whole thing filled in at once, and then we'll build a whole giant stretch of wall all in one go. Also, let's make sure to build 1 pier over here to keep on with the line here. That is everyone busy now, because it does take quite a lot of people per pier. And there's plenty of other jobs I've given them as well. Hopefully we can get these ready in time for the Vikings. Not sure, though. Also, because I've just given everyone these orders, no one's going to be coming here and training as a soldier. So, oops. We're not going to get that 3rd soldier till the piers are done. You know what? Recruit the 2 you have at the moment, and we'll just see if the remaining one will turn up in time. Otherwise, you just have to go back to the gate. Yeah, I didn't think that through. But yeah, now that we've got a lot more towers here, we should do a better job of stopping the ogres from breaking through and going straight for the main wall. The only reason they don't destroy everything we hold dear is because they really like walls and ignore the farms. And go straight for that instead and don't quite get there, because our defenses are pretty good. Yeah, they really do blast through these, though they're getting further and further away from the roads. Then again, apparently piers are roads, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, this road is actually coming in useful as well, even though I built it entirely because I thought it would look nice to be running in between these 2 towers here. Sort of makes me want to actually build a gate and stuff. You know what, let's do it. It's not going to be around for long, but it'll look cool. And that's all that matters. There we go, and that's going to mean it's even longer before there's people free to train as soldiers. Then again, they'll finish all of these at once, and we'll suddenly get a wave of people available again. Yep, fantastic idea to put all this harvesting stuff out here, because they're able to just go straight to the storage right. But that's why it's so quick, because I've built all the industry stuff you need for it right next to the construction sites. So this is the way to set up shop at each location and do the work that way. I might even do the same here, because we've got some more stone and more trees, of course. Keep things moving super quick. And then, yeah, if we have it right, like, have the stockpile a bit more this way, it'll perfectly provide all the stuff around here. And I think we're building the wall about here, actually, so maybe I'll continue it out and build it round here so we have this good farmland from the start. Otherwise, it'll be a lot more work to bring it inside the defensive line later. Also, gotta remember to have the middle point sit up right. It's a while till we get there. A lot of wall left to do if we're going to do the whole thing, but for now we're going to go up to like here or here, something like that, and then later on we'll have one final project to fill in this massive amount of water over here and get it all surrounded. There we go, people available now. Let's see if this one last guy has been trained. Yes, he has. Recruit him and return to the gate. Might be time to up our army numbers a bit more, get another one of these guys to have 32 instead of 16. Because now there's a lot more people available for that stuff. he says, immediately ordering them all to do work again. How far do we go with this now? We can't just keep going. Well, that's everyone that we have ordered, so we'll stop it there. Whoops. Messed that up. Sorry, some of you are going to have to go swimming. You've had plenty of practice in the past. I'm sure you'll be fine. Get that up to 4. Build the ballista tower. How is work doing over on the Dragonstone Castle? It's getting there. You can definitely see the difference that distance makes. This one is very nearly completed, whereas these ones have just started on the tower part. These guys back here are catching up, but yeah, I think they've got to swim to get round there. Oh no, they can walk through the walls. I'm not going to complain about that. Makes it easier. But that's good. Hopefully ready for the Vikings. They're taking their time, though. It's hard to tell exactly how long it takes for them to attack, really. Because my episodes are always different lengths. I always aim for 20 minutes, but I always overshoot. I never stop before 20, and so I usually don't notice that it's after 20 till 21 or 22, or occasionally 25 if I'm really engrossed in something. But it surely won't be long. We haven't had the slowdown yet. They always like to warn us by slowing down time for a minute before they arrive. Population not doing so great. Plague's happening, but they seem to be fairly under control. Considering how many people catch the plague each time, 16 is not bad. How many got it? Can we scroll up and see? 16 died of plague. How many caught the plague, though? It's not telling us. Okay, then, I guess. Maybe it was a plague that happened last episode? Took a while to happen, though. Already a quarter of the way into this one. Must have been one that happened this episode and we just weren't told about. We should keep building the roads along the back here if it... I don't know if it means anything, but I like it. It looks nice. Oh, here's a dragon. Attacking from the corner. He's going to get a million things shooting at him as he arrives. Let's watch him, because we haven't watched in a while. Let's see just how quickly we take these out nowadays. Now we have our walls completely bristling with ballistas and everything. Yep, doesn't even get past the wall. Maybe if he attacked a flat part and went that way, he might get through, but when he goes through the diagonal, there's just too many. He doesn't make it past this crossroads here. And from now on, that shall be known as Dragonfall Crossroad, like all the other crossroads in this kingdom, because dragons seem to fall from the sky like rain. I'm sure the peasants are just bored of it now. I'm sure there's a thriving industry of dragon parts, though. All sorts of uses for that stuff. I believe I've gone through it before. Need to fill in all this stuff. I've been forgetting about it for a while. Again, though, we don't have the people for it. But might as well queue up some work for them, seeing as there's nothing else particularly going on at the moment. How is food? Still losing a ton to exposure. We removed farms and we're still losing a bunch to exposure. That might not be a good thing, though. Might mean that it was a different farm that's running out. Here we go. We've had the harvest, so let's zoom out and get a proper look at the entire kingdom. All the farms at once and see where the loss is. I reckon it's like 80% here and 20% like in the back corner of this thing. Yeah, we lost a bunch from there. Didn't see any anywhere else, really. Unfortunately, the things didn't pop up properly, I think, or they were all really tiny because I was so far away. But it looked to me like it was mainly this one. This is like the benchmark of like, if this is having food sat in the fields, it's because the granaries are full and all is good in the world. So we could build more houses. We've filled out our blocks now, though. We could start putting some back over here again, but I don't want to start relying on this. This isn't supposed to be here. This is supposed to be like hospitals and blacksmiths and stuff, but I've ended up sort of making it into a Frankenstein block of houses and other things instead of the proper system. It was pointed out, a very neat thing you can do. I forget if I've mentioned this in an episode or not already, but I'll say it again because I don't remember. What you can do is on the roads running in front of the houses, you can build moats and then bridges. And it will mean that all of the houses are waterfront properties with excellent access to water for putting out fires. Which is brilliant. Everyone's happier and fires are a little bit less frequent and devastating. So that's pretty cool. I might at some point undertake that to just make happiness even more reliable. As it is, 79 is pretty good. It's hard for that to go very low at all. And of course all the peasants working on the piers have drowned, and now suddenly it's all emerged again and everything's fine. How's work over here? All these piers are done. No one's free yet, though, because I gave them so much work elsewhere. This tower's being worked on, but we can now build another one. Got to make sure to keep up with those. We've learned our lesson in that respect. Archer tower there. How is the castle doing? Very nicely. It is all set up with the current stuff. Let's start building more. So, I've got a vague idea in my head of how this is going to work. So I've already been planning out some stuff, but I've been thinking more about it between episodes and cool things I can do. So I think I'm going to add a bit more to what I was already planning. But for now, I'm going to build these up to as high as I can, which is 3. I think I'd like them 4 really, but that'll do. We'll see how it looks, because that's part of it that I'm... didn't finish them there, did I? Yeah, there we go. I defaulted to 2, because that's always my thing. But yeah, I'm building it as I go and seeing how it looks, and then I'll keep adding bits on and stuff. I'm going to put a bunch of gates here because I think that's going to look very cool. The idea is basically that I'm basing it on the actual Dragonstone castle. I can't quite make it as awesome as the real one. If I wanted to make something like that, I think that would be a whole map thing, because that castle is massive and it's got a lot of like diagonals and stuff in it. So to make it properly, you'd have to do it on the scale of like an entire map. Piers across the whole thing, fill the whole thing with castle, and then you can have the points on it properly. But the Vikings have finally turned up. Where have you been? You're late. And you are totally screwed as well. You are not going to be able to land anywhere before you are taken down. So, sorry about that. I shouldn't taunt them. They might suddenly find a way to disembark directly into a wall, destroying it in the process, and that would be quite bad. There we go. That's 1 down. And it's just going to be a conveyor belt of ogres. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm imagining it's 8 like normal. Until we make some major leaps in population, it's probably going to stay like that. There's the 8th. And then after this, we should get Vikings. There we go. Actually, if they all go in the same direction, it might get to the point where they get close. Each one should make more progress than the last, up till a certain point. At some point, they'll start just keeping dropping at the same point because of how this stuff works. Maths and things. Another 1 down. Maybe it doesn't work like that, I forget. Basically, I'm going off tower defense maths because suddenly this is a tower defense game where we've just built a whole bunch of towers along one line. Yep, they're not making it. Oh, one boat has tried to go the other way. They're trying to throw us off. It's like this, like they're all going right, and then that guy shouts right and goes left, and we're like, oh no! Quick to the towers! Oh, they're already manned and we're killing him and everything's fine. Yeah, 2 of them have tried that way, and now they're just even more doomed than the other guys are. They're getting close, though. We might actually get some landings. They won't do much else. Let's get our armies ready. Let's just meet them on the shore if we can. Come on, guys. There we go. Ordering them is a massive pain. Why are you still going? You should really just land as soon as you get the opportunity. Then again, you're getting out of range of the... Oh, you're not, are you? You're not going for the castle again. It's not even... Okay, it looks like they're going to park up here. Park it probably isn't the right word for boats, but shush. Okay, I guess we'll just chase them along the shoreline. Was it really the best way of moving to go that way? Is it really that much slower to go over grass? I'll just keep moving. Try and head them off at the pass, seeing as you can run slightly faster than the boats can sail. Yep, they're totally going for the castle. Oh, they're going through the bridge. Why do they always do that? They just love taking those out. Are you even going to land? You just keep... You're still sailing. We're just stood here now shouting at you from the shoreline. Here we go. They've started landing. Get in position. Take them out. There's towers here as well to help you. Oh, that guy got past, but the towers will stop him. What is going on here? Not with... Stop it with the orbital arrow cannons. The Vikings aren't over there. Said he's doing a pretty good job. He's making quite a run for it. Come on, guys. There we go. Taken out. That boat sunk. And those guys are still going. You're literally on the opposite side of the map to where you started. What is your plan? Why are you so dumb? Did people, like, reserve landing spots? So, like, the ogres reserved all this and then the remaining Vikings reserved this? He, like, the only available parking's over here. We're gonna have to go all the way around. Stupid system. They should just build more car parks. Let's just be ready to catch them. And now they're going back this way again. What are they doing? They had to park over there, but they wanted to go to this place over here. If you actually steal someone now, I'm going to be so annoyed. Just deal with them with the arrows. Okay, so we decided he wanted to take the road to the gate? I don't know what he was thinking. Where's the other boat gone? Is it sunk? I think it's sunk, yeah. That was the stupidest performance I've ever seen by the Vikings. Some of them actually managed to make it through the gauntlet here and then just threw it all away. They could have got off straight away and run for the gate. Gone for the farms maybe, or gone for this stuff. It's not well defended over here, but no, they were like, I'm going to sail all the way around to here. To the opposite side of the kingdom from where you arrived. Well, makes it easier for us. Nobody died. Oh, look at this. Nice solid block of troops here. Standing on the shoreline. Staring out across the sea. In the wrong direction, admittedly. There's nothing over there apart from an island. Right, let's rebuild these bridges so people stop swimming everywhere. There we go. And another one over here. I can't because it's blocked by... Oh, I already ordered it. I just completely forgot what I did 2 seconds ago because I was too busy talking. Right, let's speed things up and allow the construction here to continue. This time they didn't knock the castle down, so I'm pretty happy about that. I like it looks a bit silly now that we've just got this weird gate in the middle of open area. So they march on the gate and like, why is this here? I'm just gonna go round here and carry on. It's the look of it that matters. It's imposing. It's a gate in the psychological sense. Right, let's continue ordering this stuff over here. Apparently everyone's still busy, but I want to get this done. That's going to mess things up a bit, actually. But this is a good opportunity for it, because, of course, the Vikings have just attacked. We now won't be expecting one for a while longer, so we can do some major expansion and not be concerned about sudden death at the hands of ogres. Now, usually at this point, I'd sort out recruiting more people for the armies, but that's all good, and we've already got all the reconstruction going fine. In fact, there basically wasn't any reconstruction. And we're just continuing more construction. I feel at a loss as to what to do. I guess I should sort out this issue over here. What is the range of a tavern? Let's try and find this out. It's awkward because you can't properly see it on piers for some silly reason. Is this actually enough, actually? Actually. What's the range? If we rotate it, I think that's better. Yeah, we can move it up then. Yeah, we can. So if we have it that way around, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles up, and then quite a few along. Enough along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, yeah, that's fine, that covers it. So we can put that there, we can maybe even rotate it like this and tuck it in there. Yeah, that works. And then we'll also have a library as well. So, town, library, what's the range of this one like? It's pink for reasons. At least it's no longer showing the church range like it used to. This one's 5 tiles up as well. So that's actually not the best. I think it's still enough though, isn't it? Yeah, if we build it here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crossed by a couple. Yep, it fits. So we'll put that there. Have it that way around. And then we'll have a well. Because why not? Now, what dragon are we dealing with today? It's a little one. And again, it's attacking a fairly well-defended place, so it might go down before it manages to do anything whatsoever. Let's keep an eye on it. Yep, getting battered. A lot of archers here, actually, and not so many ballistas, so it might be enough that he survives. And our lack of towers in the middle does leave us a little bit vulnerable there, but so far we've had so little trouble from dragons, I've not even bothered to sort that out. It's been fine. But yeah, he's now out of range of archer towers. The massive ballistas may be shooting him. Nobody knows whether they actually function or not. But he's not flickering like he's being hit, so perhaps those ballistas literally do nothing. But now he's going back in range of some of the outer towers, so... Oh, actually, not really... Oh, there's like one shooting him. He was considering fire, but he's like, actually, that place is so flammable anyway, I don't think we need to worry about it. Apparently one of those burned down at some point, I didn't even notice. Now he's doing a flyby of the towers that will leave him definitely doomed. Yep, he's on the run, but he doesn't get far. Smashes straight into the tower. Somehow magically falls through the whole thing, hits the foundations, and causes it to break that way. For game logic reasons. Not a long distance to cart it to the keep though, so that's always nice. Making it more convenient for us. Everyone's still busy, these are still being done. Let's get back up to triple speed. Though we are at the 20-minute mark, but then the Vikings attacked so late this episode that perhaps we should let it go on for a while longer so we don't end up with a Vikingless episode. That'd be boring. Oh, a couple of things have burned down actually. I guess I've just not been paying attention to the instructions. Not the instructions, the notifications recently. That's fine, nothing major as far as I can tell. And we'll get rid of that and replace that. I'm annoyed that I decided that all these charcoal makers should be 180 degrees rotated, because every time I build them I have to rotate them 180, because otherwise I'd have to deconstruct all of them and rebuild them, or they'd look silly. My greatest error. Maybe not quite that bad. How's this doing? Do you have a... You're not in range of a tavern, but you're still happy. Because you are in range of a library. Ah, yes, because the library's a little bit over, so it's perhaps not getting these ones as well as it's getting these ones. Yeah, the question is, how do we get it to be in range of a library or a tavern? Because this land is taken. I don't know if having them down here will be close enough. Buyers claimed a charcoal maker. It's just... You know, if we left this a full episode, I think we'd just run out of them. They'd all burn down. Let's put that back in. What I should start doing is actually putting them in the right way around and see how long it takes for all 4 of them to burn down. It'll probably be like 2 episodes. And they'll all be rotated and it'll be fine again. Yeah, how do we sort... Let's see which ones have the range. So this one, that has a tavern. This has a tavern. This has a tavern. This has one. This... Does that have a tavern? Yes, it does, actually. It's only these 3 that don't. Now I look at it, I think I got confused before. So we can actually have the tavern miles away. What about the library? That should be pretty good as well. They have it, they have it, they have it. Yep, it's just these 3 down here. So actually, it should be fine to build it here where this hospital is. So I'll demolish that. I'll replace the hospital with a tavern. I'm such a good king. Everyone loves my changes. The way around doesn't matter that much. Have it that way because I know that the range seems to emanate from the beer garden section. And then we'll put the library right next to it. And I was about to put a well in, but there's literally one right there, so I think we're covered. And I'll build another hospital somewhere else. So, I mean, I could just build it next to that one as well, but that seems like a bad way of doing it. Having them spread out seems to be the better tactic. But there's no real room anywhere for it in this region, which is where we are lacking a hospital. Actually, there is that spot there. Maybe I'll just put it there. A lot of farm workers get in the plague. They need to have some doctors on hand, so we'll just build this massive stone structure in the middle, because it looks funny. And makes some sort of sense. There was a fire somewhere, but I didn't properly notice, and it seems to be fine now. I don't see anything burned down. So I think we're good. So we've got the same number of hospitals as before. Happiness should be really good here, apart from the transient issues like a lack of charcoal. Charcoal supplies themselves are fine. We're gaining some every year, according to the stats. And is it counting everything? Yeah, it's counting homes, bakeries, and blacksmiths, so that's all fine. So yeah, more markets might be the way. Apart from that though, happiness should go really well. It's already up at 80, so we've gone up by 1, and the things aren't even finished built yet. That is, but the libraries take forever to get up to speed, so it's going to be a long time before they're properly going, at which point we'll have, I think, an average happiness of like 85 to 90, quite possibly. Yeah, like, you get 89 when a house is perfectly happy. Right, that wasn't even perfectly happy. I don't know whether a shortage but not a complete lack of food counts. I guess not. So yeah, 89 is the best we can get right now. We might start making them into beachfront properties as well by building a moat in front of them, because it counts, and fair enough. And then we'd end up at, I don't know how much beachfront actually gets you. I'll have to see. It's probably not a huge thing. But yeah, we might start to get like averages well into the 90s, which would be awesome. But we'll leave that for now. Construction's underway. It's just a case of waiting now till the numbers go up. You can just sit back and watch the happiness rise. It's fallen. It'll rise later, though, I'm sure, and everything will be fine. Food is good, everything else seems to be pretty good, defense is alright, army's good, pretty happy with how things are going. And next episode we'll do some more work on that. It is now... We've finished the current stage of construction, pretty happy with that. Middle definitely needs to be taller, I think. Definitely the center. In fact, we'll actually order this right now. I was going to finish the episode, but let's just do one last thing. Get all this a little bit taller for the moment, see how it looks, and then see if we should add even more. But that's looking a little bit Dragonstone-y. The thing sticking out, I've sort of taken liberties with it to make it look nice, and we definitely need to make the internal towers taller. One step at a time at the end, it's going to look very cool, I should think. But with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.